Every day, our lives are influenced by the innovations and accomplishments of women in our community and beyond. Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Ringling College is featuring phenomenal women in their series, Listening to Women. And here with more is team leader Holly Friedman and panelist Victoria Kasdan. Nice to see you both again.
Good to see you.
Okay.
Thank you for inviting us.
Of course, my pleasure. Holly, you're going to tell us a little bit about the series Listening to Women and the presenters for this year.
Sure. This is our second year of doing it, and this year we have 6 sessions, starting on February 6th, and kicking it off is Summer Dawn Wallace, who is the co-founder and artistic director of Urbanite Theater. So we are kicking, she will be our first. Mm-hmm. Then we follow the next 5 weeks. We have Scott Osborne, who is currently the president of UN Women, and she will talk about women of the world.
Okay.
And February 20th, and I will let Victoria talk about that because that is her panel. February 27th, we get a little into politics, but not partisan, political strategies of American women with Alice Newland, who is the president of the Manatee County League of Women Voters. Right. And then dance. We go back to the arts, and we have dance with Lemus Bolanos-Wilmot, who is also founder and choreographer there. Mm-hmm. And we conclude with Sherry Suggs, who spent 32 years in the Foreign Service.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow.
we have an array of topics and a lot of talented women.
Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, there are so many that we can only choose a lovely few. How do you decide on who your presenters will be?
Well, I have a team, as you know, of women who we work with, and we wanted to. Last year we did 12. This year we're doing 6. 12 was a little ambitious. Okay. And although very successful, we wanted different topics. Okay. And we wanted different women, and we knew that there's so many women out here in Sarasota and Manatee County that we just did a lot of networking. We picked some topics that we really wanted to get into, like foreign service was an important one. There's a big community in this area of women in foreign service. So we just networked.
Okay. All right. And you brought on this lovely lady. Oh my gosh. Congratulations on being voted one of the top 50 most influential women in Florida.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really, that's amazing. Love it, love it. Can you give our audience a little bit about who you are and your background, please?
Well, I'm a native from Chicago. I spent all of my adult career in the healthcare field. I started out as a registered nurse 40 years ago. That was at the age of 5.
Oh my God.
I have a bachelor's.
I believe you.
Okay.
You look amazing.
I have a bachelor's of science in nursing, and I also have a master in public health where I majored in management. Both of my degrees are from the University of Illinois in Chicago. I'm also a licensed producer for health insurance, life insurance, and annuity. I've done traditional ICU nursing, and I've done non-traditional roles that leveraged my nursing background from market research, product management, health insurance leadership, and even running a nonprofit.
Wow. And I heard you mention something you thought about you might retire, but you changed your mind.
Yes, I was.
I'm sorry, I overheard that.
I was executive director at We Care Manatee, a local nonprofit that provides free health insurance for low-income uninsured in Manatee County, and I did that for 4 years. I left that position in June of last year with the intent of retiring. That lasted, as I mentioned to Holly, about 30 days. And after the boredom set in, I went into consulting.
Great.
So I'm consulting primarily with nonprofit organizations.
Lovely.
And my organization is called Mission Made Possible. And I'm working on a couple of projects right now.
Wonderful. Now, what can we expect in your presentation, and what can our participants look forward to?
Well, I'm hoping for good things. I think Holly is as well. I will be presenting on February 20th at 1 o'clock at the Ringling Museum. And I will be joined by a few of esteemed colleagues, Dr. Jennifer Bensey, public health expert and leader of the Florida Department of of Health in Manatee County, and Dr. Alicia Craig Rodriguez, a nurse practitioner and also a professor at Florida State University. We will be talking about women leaders in health and medicine, improving the prognosis, and how women's role, whether they are the caregivers, providers, or recipients of medicine, can influence the outcomes for patients.
Also important.
Very.
Thank you very much. Now, Holly and Victoria, this is a question for both of you.
Okay.
What do you want the audience to take away from this presentation? Or all the presentations? I mean, you might answer a broader
Okay,
broader
my answer would
spectrum.
be
Yeah.
broader. There are so many different, I mean, we're touching on the arts, we're touching on foreign service, on healthcare, all of those. So I think that women and men can take away knowledge about all of these subjects in different ways.
Okay.
And I
Victoria?
agree. I think that the program, although it's listening to women, the audience is not limited to women. So there's something in there for everybody.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you both for being here this morning, and I look forward to hearing you speak.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Holly. Next on Suncoast FYI, a new twist on fundraisers benefiting shelter animals in need.